English learners. Welcome back to English Pod. My name is Sophia.
And I'm Mason.
And today, we're going to talk about a very, very special topic.
That's right. This topic was actually suggested by one of our listeners.
Exactly. So keep those comments coming, because we want to create lessons that you need and that you want.
Yes, please keep sharing your ideas. They help us a lot.
So what are we talking about today, Mason?
Well, today, we're diving into a topic that's as deep as it is simple. The art of I love you. We're going to talk about those 3 words and why they're so powerful, so meaningful, and so special.
And I can feel it already. Saying I love you might seem like just 3 little words, but they can mean so much, right?
Yes, absolutely. Those words can make someone feel happy, safe, even understood. But it's not always easy to say them, and today we want to explore why that is.
Exactly. I love you is more than just words. It's like, well, it's a way to show your feelings. It's like showing a piece of your heart to someone else.
That's a beautiful way to put it, Sophia. It really is about opening up and sharing what's inside of you with someone you care about. But, people say I love you in so many different ways. It's not just the words.
Yes, sometimes it's a look, a hug, or just being there for someone. The words I love you don't always have to be spoken to be felt.
Right. It's like when you do something kind for someone, like making them tea when they're tired, or giving them a small gift just because you were thinking about them. Those little actions say, I love you, without any words.
Yes, exactly. And for many people, showing love can be even more powerful than saying it. But sometimes, hearing those words out loud can feel really special, like a warm hug.
That's so true, Sophia. There's something about actually hearing I love you that can make a person feel deeply cared for. But as simple as those words are, they can feel hard to say sometimes, right?
Absolutely, Mason. I think many people feel nervous or even shy about saying I love you. It's like there's this fear of being vulnerable or getting hurt.
Yes, and sometimes people worrying about how the other person will respond. Will they say it back? Will they feel the same way?
That's a good point. We want to feel close to others, but saying I love you can feel like a risk. And yet, it's such a beautiful risk. It's almost like taking a leap of faith and trusting that the other person will catch you.
What a perfect way to describe it. Love and saying I love you takes courage. It means opening up, showing a part of yourself that's real and true.
Exactly, Mason. And I think that's why those words can be so meaningful. They tell someone that they're important, that they matter, and that they're not alone.
Yes, and in a world that can sometimes feel very busy or even a bit cold, hearing I love you can be such a warm reminder that we're all connected. Love is something that brings people closer.
It's so true. And love doesn't only mean romantic love. We can say I love you to friends, to family, even to pets. It's a way to let others know they're special to us.
Absolutely. I think sometimes people forget that I love you isn't just for couples. It's for anyone who means something to us.
Right. And that's what we want to explore today, how those words can bring us closer to the people we care about and why they're so powerful.
And maybe how we can get a little better at saying I love you, even if it feels a bit scary.
Yes, Mason, because the more we say it, the more we understand each other, and the closer we feel. There's an art to saying I love you and meaning it deeply. And maybe, just maybe, we can help each other find the courage to say it a little more often.
Absolutely, Sophia. And I hope our listeners today feel inspired to think about what I love you means to them and maybe even find a new way to show it.
Yes, whether it's with words, actions, or even just a smile. I love you can be everywhere if we're open to seeing it.
Exactly, Sophia. Love really is all around us if we know where to look. Sometimes it's the small things that mean the most. Like, think about when a friend checks in on you just to see if you're doing okay. That's a way of saying I love you without actually saying the words.
That's a great example. Mason, those little actions can be so powerful because they show that someone cares. They're paying attention to you and what you need.
Right? And I think sometimes people might not even realize that they're showing love in those small ways. They're just doing something kind, but those moments can mean a lot to the other person.
Absolutely. It's like when you're having a tough day and someone listens to you without judging, or when someone remembers something special to you, like your favorite book or your favorite snack. Those small things show that someone values you.
Yes, and the funny thing is, sometimes we forget that these small moments can say, I love you even louder than words. People express love in different ways, and that's one of the amazing things about it.
Definitely. I think many of us express love without even realizing it. Like when we help someone or spend time with them, we're actually saying, I'm here for you or you matter to me.
Exactly. And I think that's part of what makes love so special. It's unique to each person and each relationship. What I love you means for one person can be completely different for someone else.
Yes, it's so personal. That's why learning how to show love in different ways can be really important. Sometimes we need to understand what makes the other person feel loved.
Right? Like, some people feel loved when you spend time with them. Others feel it when you say something kind to them. And for others, it's when you do something helpful, like a small favor.
Yes, there are so many ways to show love. And I think that's what makes it an art. It's not just about saying, I love you. It's about knowing what makes someone feel loved and appreciated.
Exactly. And the amazing part is, we can all learn to show love in these different ways. It's like learning a new language. The more we practice, the better we get at it.
That's a great way to put it, Mason. Love as a language. And just like learning English or any other language, it takes time, practice, and patience.
Yes, and the more we practice, the closer we feel to the people around us. So, maybe it's worth trying to say I love you in a way that's unique to each person we care about.
I agree. And it doesn't have to be big or dramatic. Sometimes a simple gesture can mean so much. Even something like giving someone your full attention can say, I love you.
That's so true, Sophia. And these simple actions, like listening or showing interest, are things anyone can do at any time. It doesn't have to cost money or take a lot of time. It's just about being present and caring.
Yes, and I think that's why love is so powerful, because anyone can give it and everyone can feel it. It's one of those things that makes life feel meaningful and rich.
Absolutely. And the beauty of love is that the more we give, the more we seem to have. It's like it multiplies. When we say, I love you with our actions or our words, it brings more love back to us.
Exactly. It's like a circle. The more love we share, the more love we feel. And when people feel loved, they're happier, kinder, and even healthier.
That's so true. And for anyone listening, remember that showing love doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as a smile, a kind word, or a moment of patience.
Yes, sometimes those small acts of love are exactly what someone needs. So, I hope everyone listening today feels inspired to find those small ways to show I love you in their own lives.
Absolutely, Sophia. I think that's such a beautiful thought, finding those small ways to say I love you in our everyday lives. It's like we're creating moments that stay in people's hearts, even if they seem simple to us.
Yes, exactly. And sometimes it's those small, thoughtful actions that people remember the most. They might forget the words, but they'll remember how we made them feel.
That's so true. Like, think about a time when someone made you feel appreciated or cared for, maybe with a small gesture. I bet that memory still feels warm, right?
Oh, definitely. It's amazing how even something small can leave such a lasting impact. It's like a little reminder that someone values us, just as we are.
And I think that's part of the art of saying I love you. It's knowing that sometimes actions speak louder than words. When we go out of our way, even just a little, to show someone they're important, it really touches their heart.
Yes, Mason, it's like we're speaking in a language that everyone can understand, no matter who they are. A smile, a helping hand, or even a kind word, they're universal ways to show love.
Exactly. And when we practice these ways of showing love, it not only helps others feel cared for, but it also makes us feel good. It's like love flows both ways.
It's so true. Giving love is such a powerful thing. It helps us feel connected, happy, and even peaceful. And it's amazing how it can turn a regular day into something special.
Absolutely. And for anyone listening, just remember that love doesn't have to be something grand or perfect. It can be as simple as saying, "I'm here for you," or "I appreciate you."
Yes, Mason, sometimes it's the quiet support that matters the most. Like when someone listens to us without interrupting, or when they remember something important to us. Those moments are so special.
And it's really interesting, Sophia, because I think when people think of "I love you," they often think of romance. But love is so much bigger than that. It's in our friendships, our families, even in the way we care for strangers.
Exactly. Love has so many forms, and sometimes the love we show in a friendship can be just as deep and meaningful as romantic love. It's all about connection and kindness.
Yes, and learning to say "I love you" in different ways to different people really helps us grow as people. It teaches us empathy, patience, and kindness.
That's such a good point, Mason. When we make an effort to show love to others, we also learn more about ourselves. We see what matters to us and what makes us feel connected to the world.
Exactly, Sophia. And, this journey of understanding love, it's one we can take every day. Every day is a chance to say "I love you" in some small, thoughtful way.
Yes, and those small, thoughtful ways add up. Over time, they can create a strong bond and a feeling of trust and warmth. Love grows in these moments.
It really does. And I think the beauty of love is that it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real and true. It's about being genuine with the people around us.
Exactly. It's not about doing everything right. It's about caring and being there in whatever way we can. When we show love like that, it's enough.
And that's such a relief, right? Just knowing that love isn't about perfection. It's about the little things that come straight from the heart.
Yes, Mason, those simple acts and honest words, they're what make love feel real. They're what make it feel like something we can share every day.
So true, Sophia. And for everyone listening, remember that love can be shared in any way that feels right to you. There's no wrong way to say "I love you" as long as it's sincere.
Exactly, Mason. Love doesn't have to be anything complicated. It just has to be true. I think a lot of people feel pressured to say "I love you" in a big, dramatic way, but the quiet ways can mean just as much.
Yes, Sophia, and sometimes those quiet, everyday moments make the biggest difference. It's in the little things, like remembering someone's favorite snack or asking how their day went.
Absolutely. Those little things show that we're paying attention, that we really care. It's like saying, "I see you, and I'm here for you." It can be such a warm feeling, knowing someone notices the small things.
And it's something we can all do, too. Showing love doesn't cost anything. It just takes a little time and thoughtfulness.
Yes, it's such a simple idea, but it can have a powerful effect. You don't need to wait for a special day to show love. It can be part of every day, just by how we talk to and treat the people around us.
Exactly. Love can be shown in the way we listen, the way we help, or even the way we forgive. Sometimes, forgiving someone can be one of the strongest ways to show love.
Oh, that's so true. Mason, forgiveness is definitely a big part of love. It's like saying, "You're more important to me than this mistake," or "I care about you enough to move past this." That's a deep kind of love.
Right, and it's hard sometimes, but I think real love, whether it's for family, friends, or anyone, includes a bit of forgiveness. We're all human and we all make mistakes.
Yes, and understanding that makes love feel even more real. When we're honest about our mistakes and willing to forgive, it creates trust. It lets people know they're safe with us, no matter what.
That's such an important part of love, Sophia. It's about creating a safe space where people feel accepted and valued for who they are, not just for what they do.
Exactly, Mason. I think love is really about seeing each other as we are, with all our flaws and strengths, and still saying, I care about you. That's the art of I love you.
Yes, and it's something that takes practice. I mean, love doesn't always come naturally. Sometimes we have to work at it and remind ourselves of its importance.
And that's okay. Love doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be there. It's in the way we stay connected, keep talking, and keep caring, even when things aren't easy.
That's so true, and love changes over time, too. As we grow, our love grows with us. It becomes deeper, more understanding, and maybe even a little wiser.
Yes, Mason, love matures, just like we do. And as it grows, it helps us see life in a more caring, open way. It's like love teaches us to be better people.
Absolutely. It's a journey that's always evolving. And for everyone listening, just remember that love is something we can learn and keep getting better at.
Yes, and whether it's a small gesture, a kind word, or a patient heart, love is something we can always practice. It's something we can choose every day.
Exactly, Sophia, and those choices add up. They create relationships filled with trust, respect, and joy.
Yes, Mason, those small acts really do build something strong. Every little I care about you that we show over time helps create a solid foundation. It's like we're creating memories of love, one moment at a time.
That's beautiful, Sophia. Those memories of love can stay with us forever. When things get hard, we can look back and remember all those small acts, and they remind us of how much love there really is.
Exactly. Love gives us that strength. And even if we're apart from the people we love, those memories keep us close. They help us remember that we're never truly alone.
Yes, it's like love leaves a lasting mark on our lives. It becomes a part of who we are in our actions and our thoughts. That's why saying I love you isn't just about words. It's about making those words true through our actions.
Right, Mason. And showing love doesn't have to be anything grand. It's the everyday things: listening, helping, being there. Those little actions say, I'm here for you, in ways that words sometimes can't.
And I think the more we focus on those small ways to show love, the better we become at loving. It becomes natural, just a part of who we are and how we treat others.
That's true. The more we practice love, the more it becomes part of us. It's almost like a habit, a really good habit. And it helps us feel happier and more connected with the people around us.
Yes, and I think that's something really special. Love brings us closer, not just to others, but also to ourselves. It makes us feel like we're part of something bigger, something meaningful.
Absolutely, Mason. And for everyone listening today, we hope this conversation reminds you that love isn't just a feeling. It's something we choose, something we show every single day, and those choices make our lives richer.
So true, Sophia. Love really is an art, and we all have our own way of painting that picture. However you choose to say I love you, know that it makes a difference.
And remember, those 3 words are powerful. They remind us of what's important in life, and they connect us in ways that words alone sometimes can't.
Thank you all for being here with us today. We hope you feel inspired to show love in the little ways every day.
Yes, thank you so much for listening. Remember, love is something we can practice, and it's always worth it.
Take care, everyone. Until next time, keep spreading love and remember that every I love you counts.
Goodbye, and keep those hearts full.
Goodbye, everyone.